everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. So today I'm doing another craft with me use your stash video, and this past week and a half I've been so sick I couldn't craft anything and I was dying to craft. So while I was sitting on the couch I made some of these. I didn't decorate all of them because I just made the backgrounds. And I have these little clips here that you can hang them in your junk journal. You can hang them on any type of journal, actually, like if you have a vintage planner, or you can send them in Happy Mail. They make such a cute embellishments, and they are so easy to make. So I thought I'd come on here to share with you guys. And you can put these together with any types of scraps that you have, and you can come up with something cute like that. So I'm gonna go over the stuff that I use, but again, use your stash, use whatever you have. I have a bunch of things here that I collected, like I have, let me take these out. Okay, so I have some tissue paper, leftover manila. I stamped some on this page here, so you can do that. I even cut sometimes the stamped images. I have tickets here. I have some fabric, doilies. These are the note cards. Yeah, so just go over even like scribbled stuff. Fake money. So you get the idea. I got napkins. I love using napkins. And then I have some vintage paper here, and just regular scraps, like I said. I have all this and I'm dumping them. So I'm gonna put this aside. So I have all this scrap and I wanted to use them up. And then somebody gifted me these tags, and I really didn't know what to do with them because they're round, and yeah, so until the other day I just did some collaging on it, and I thought they were cute. For this size I used the 1.5 inch punch, and I just punched out. I love using the manila folder for backing because they're sturdy, but you can definitely do them with just book pages. And then this size is I had gotten this a long time ago when I started crafting from thrift shop, so it's kind of like a square, doesn't say the size. Yeah, so I did the squares with this. I have this die in my stash. I die cut this little tag, I think like 20-30 times, and then I stamped some words on it. But you don't have to do this. You can take a word search. I always go for these, and as you can see, I cut the words and I just back them up on the scrap of papers that I have, like these, and then I cut them and distress them, and then you have words, and you can get a lot of words out of here. So I had that in my stash. I had stamped these little stamps on this fabric and just cut it around with my zigzag scissors. And I have some trim. I have a bunch of napkins somewhere. I'm losing things. I have some cheesecloth that I had stained. And what else? Oh, I have a bunch of napkins here. And I love collaging napkins. And also some stamps. So totally up to you. Use whatever you have in your stash. So I did some of the stamps on that fabric. Also, I like when I'm sitting down, I like to take my tea or coffee dye paper and I put my stamps on it, and while watching TV, I just fussy cut around it, and then I can have, you know, not all of them are fussy cut, but you get the idea. And I also do that with words, like I said. We are gonna make some of these today together. I'm gonna put these aside. So as I said, I love using the manila paper. So what I like to do is I just cut off these ends that have no writing. And you can totally use these for words, by the way. You don't have to dump them. Okay. And so I'm trying to get kind of like similar size to my manila folder. I just cut pieces of it so it's easier for me to handle. So I'm gonna take one of these and I'm just gonna place it like that. I'm not doing anything to it, anything special. I'm gonna take my punch and I'm just gonna punch out a couple of these. And if you back it up, it cuts easier because the dictionary paper is so thin that... Okay, so I have the round ones now. I'm gonna take another piece of my folder here. I'm gonna put that aside and do the same for the square punch. Put that aside. Oops. And I'm not being precise or anything. Okay. So I have these. And I'm gonna glue these down. There you go. And so I'm just gonna let this dry. I'm gonna do one of the round ones. So that's how easy this part is. So I'm gonna continue doing that in a minute. I'm also gonna take one of these and I'm gonna keep the part that has like the I don't know, what do you call this, reinforcer? No, I'm not sure what you call it. I'm gonna work on this side. So these papers that I have left over, I can use it. And I'm not looking for perfection, I'm just gonna do a collage here. I'm also gonna bring in some of this ledger paper that I have. Like I said, just use what you have. And I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll cut around it. Okay, so these are dry. So I'm just gonna take my scissors, which I had here a minute ago, and I'm just gonna cut around it. I think for me this was the hardest part because and okay, so I'm gonna do the same here. So fun begins from here. Also, you can take paints and put like a little bit of paint. You can take gesso and I don't mind I like using my finger and just white out some of the areas. What you're doing is bringing some of the pictures to the back by doing that. And again, you don't have to be precise about it, just like that. And where is the hole? Okay, I'll do the rest in here. You don't have to have this if you don't have it. Don't. I have some paints here, and let me see. And I'm just randomly dry brushing it. So I'm gonna take, where is my hole? I'm just making sure that I'm gonna work the right side. And let me just put these down like that. Not that it matters too much. I'm gonna take some of my decoupage glue, not much. And I'm gonna put it the side that I want. You can do whatever you want with that. It's totally up to you. And as you can see, I'm not measuring anything or not being precise. And then what I like to do is just go and cut the sides. So you have this picture now. I'm gonna let these dry and then I'll come back and we'll embellish them. So they're all dried. Now we're gonna decorate them even further. You can leave them like this. They're fine. You can just put a word and you're done. I'm just gonna put a couple of more decoration. So I'm gonna cut all the extras. I'm gonna ink all the corners, I mean all the sides, and using cocoa. I like the dark brown. So I'm gonna take my, this is, oh gosh, quarter, I think, hole puncher. Actually for these ones, I'm gonna use this size. Again, I don't know what size is this. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And for this one, I'm gonna take the smaller, and I'm gonna do right like that on the one side. Do it here. You can do it in the middle too if you want. I just like doing it on the side. Okay. So I have these, not sure what do you call these, like a safety pin, but so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna layer it. I have, like I said, I took a piece of this fabric and just cut zigzag strips, and I put some of the stamps, just stamp it up. That's all this is. So I'm gonna take one of these. I'll take a bigger one. I also have this ribbon that I like, and I'm gonna cut some of the butterflies. Yeah, just use what you have. I'm gonna use those two. I have this ribbon. And let me just distress this. Oops. Okay. Just gonna put a dab of glue. And I'm going to take my fabric. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to hoop that. Oh, where's my hole? Wrong way. Okay. Just like that. And now I'm gonna look for a word. Like I said, you can cut words from anywhere. I'm just gonna stick that down like so. And yeah, so it's totally up to you how you decorate it. Have a button here. And I'm gonna put that right there. Okay, so we have one done. Okay, so this is what it looks like. As I said, you can decorate it the way you want. So this is what mine looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.